North College Hill, led by Ohio's Mr. Basketball, O.J. MAYO, brought their high-powered offense to Columbus on Friday and cruised to a 33-point victory over Loudonville in the state semifinals. Meanwhile, the Ironton Fighting Tigers had plenty of fight on their hands with an Archbold squad that made a late-minute run. But two clutch free throws sealed the deal and a trip to the championship game. The D3 final comes your way next, right here on ONN. Value City Arena already rocking in anticipation of today's third game of the day, the Division III state championship game pairing North College Hill against Ironton. Hello again, everybody. I'm Dan Franzak. This is the one everybody has been waiting for. The Trojan trio of sophomores led by Ohio's Mr. Basketball, O.J. MAYO, taking on the undefeated Ironton Fighting Tigers. Let's go ahead and show you how these two teams got to tonight's Division III title tilt. We start with North College Hill. They got a big win over Middletown Fenwick in the regional finals before topping Loudonville yesterday in the state semifinals. Ironton, on the other hand, had to get past Bloom Carroll and a scrappy Archbold squad to secure a spot in tonight's game. And that game is the Division III championship. And that game is coming up next right here on the Ohio News Network. It's North College Hill versus Ironton right here on ONN. Tip-off is right around the corner. Value City Arena, the host site for all four of today's boys state championship games. The host site for tonight's Division III state championship game pairing North College Hill and Ironton. Now it's time to send it courtside to today's play-by-play team of Jeff Phelps and Jay Burson. Guys, nice seats.
They are pretty nice, aren't they, Dan?
Absolutely.
We're enjoying them right here at midcourt. Jay, you couldn't ask for much more than what we have here in the Division III state championship game. Number one against number two, one of the most publicized teams in the country, against a team that comes in 26-0, number two in the state, and maybe a bit of an underdog in this game by everybody's thinking.
Yeah, Ironton comes in here, very good team, very good basketball players on this team. They play a lot of hard-nosed, tough defense, really get after the game. They're led by Wadinger right here. You see he gets out on the basketball, really puts pressure on the basketball, and able to turn it into easy baskets. He also leads them on the offensive end. Another great layup, as you see right here. High energy, that's what this team's all about. Tough tenacity, tough hard-nosed defense.
North College Hill comes in as the number one ranked team in the state of Ohio in Division III, and there's one big reason why. He is Mr. Basketball 2005 in the state of Ohio, just the second sophomore to win that award. He is O.J. MAYO, and he is very good.
He's very good, but he also has a good crowd around him, a lot of good players, some young, some mature. You can see right here his moves. He can really take you off the dribble, penetrate in the lane, has great athleticism. He also can rebound for you. Right here is a nice rebound putback. But again, don't forget about the other guys. They've got some really good players also. Here he is going down the baseline for another athletic move.
It's been a very interesting 3 years for the guys at North College Hill and head coach Jamie Mahaffey. And here with more on that, Erica Robbins.
That's right, Jeff. It's been an interesting 3 years, that's for sure. If we take you back just 2 years ago, this North College Hill team was in a shambles. Head coach Jamie Mahaffey only had 6 kids on his team at the time, and they finished with an abysmal record of 2-18. Now we fast forward, Coach Mahaffey has his system in place, and the kids he likes with that system, and they are just 32 minutes away from finding out if they'll bring home the first state championship trophy. We can't wait to find out either. Let's go back to Jeff and Jay at the table.
All righty, Erica, thank you very much. Starting lineups brought to you by Donato's. Order responsibly. Order Donato's. For the Ironton Tigers, 4 players averaging in double figures. Gay Guy, Waginger, Zorns, and Howard. Keep an eye on all of them out there tonight because they can put up some points. All 4 like to shoot the basketball, and all 4 do it very well. For North College Hill, we've mentioned O.J. MAYO, but Bill Walker comes in averaging 19.8 points a game, and Keenan Ellis at 14 points a game. All 3 sophomores. Unbelievable starting lineup. 3 sophomores and a freshman coming in for North College Hill.
Well, they certainly don't play or look like sophomores.
No, they
Those
don't.
Guys can really, they have a maturity about them, and the coach talked about that before the game. That this is a team that he's really felt like has matured and grown this year as a team, and looking for big things for them. And you see they're right here in the state finals.
Well, we can talk about O.J. MAYO all day long, and I think we probably will in this game, actually. He's been terrific. Division III Player of the Year the last 2 years. Mr. Basketball in the state of Ohio. But the Ironton Tigers are not a team to take lightly in this game. How can people even think that when they come in 26-0, Jay?
Well, I don't think they can. This is a team that I really think if there's a team that I've seen in this division can compete, it's these Ironton Tigers right here today. I was impressed by them yesterday. They came out, they have that tenacity, they have that toughness. They also have a little bit of size. They have some shooters, but they also have the ability to play the game of basketball. They're fundamentally sound.
Our officials for today's game: Dennis Morris, J. Kevin Swarchel, and Wendell Burbridge, all ready to go in the Division III State Championship game. The Ironton Fighting Tigers at 26-0 against the 26-1 North College Hill Trojans, and we are underway at Value City Arena. Fighting Tigers looking for a game somewhere in the 50-point range. Joe Zorns missed the opening shot. Keenan Ellis gets the rebound. Damon Butler, number 21, a freshman.
Well, Ironton
the ball out top.
Stops here into a 2-3 zone to start the game. A little bit different we saw yesterday. We saw them out in a lot of man-to-man.
That's Darren Goins up with the miss. Rebound, Brigham Wagenger. Dennis Gay-Guy. He will shoot all day long. Inside, Cliff Howard, number 24. Cliff is a big, strong kid, and he has a big challenge today. He's a 6'5 senior, and he's going to the free throw line.
Nice job right there, taking the ball to the basket. Get it inside. Take it right at him. Make him foul you or get it into the basket. It's a good idea to always take the ball inside if you can early in the game.
Cliff is a big, strong kid. He's not a great free throw shooter. 47% from the free throw line for Cliff Howard coming in. Had a nice game in the semifinal win over Archbold. 10 points, 10 rebounds, 1 assist. He was 5 of 12 from the field. Rebound to O.J. Mayo. O.J. quickly down the floor. That's Ellis. Keenan Ellis hits the jump shot.
And he's got a nice touch from right there around 15 feet.
Gay Guy puts up the shot. Rebound to Walker. Out to Mayo. They move in a hurry. Pass underneath to Darren Goins. Darren Goins is down and fouled.
And that's what the Trojans want to do. After the missed shot, they want to get it out and explore. You see right here, they're going to move it up the floor. And this is what O.J. Mayo really impresses me with. Early in games, he tries to get everybody involved before he really starts to show how he can score.
Well, really, in the semifinal game against Loudonville, he really didn't concentrate on his offense until about the second quarter, Joe.
Yeah, he sure did. And it's nice to have the ability to be able to do that, to kind of be patient and understand that you got to get everybody else the ball first.
Yeah, I think I'll work everybody else in, then take a couple of shots and work on that a little bit. Off-balance jumper for Dennis Gay-Guy, and it goes. Three-pointer.
Well, they're going to need to make some shots and some difficult shots, and that was a little off-balance, but he was able to knock it down.
Just underway in the Division III State Championship game. Damon Butler, a little bit short. Howard can't get it. Butler gets it back.
Well, they're in this 2-3 zone here. They're going to try to force him to beat you from the outside.
And Bill Walker does right there. Bill Walker, a 6'6 sophomore, hits the three.
That's unfair. The way he can dunk it and get above the rim and take the ball to the basket to be able to shoot it that good.
O.J. Mayo scarfs it up behind his back twice. Nice defense by Wagenger on that one. Mayo to Ellis. Whistle and a foul, and that's on Cliff Howard.
There you see O.J. again, the way he can handle the basketball. So good, under control, but then gets it into the lane and looks to pass first.
Keenan Ellis playing in just his 13th game this season. He wasn't eligible early in the season because the folks at North College Hill wanted to make sure that everything with his transfer from Indianapolis was in order, just fine. They held him out. They didn't want to take any chances on any games being forfeited by any transfer violations. Everything was fine. He's in the starting lineup in game number 13 for him this year.
Well, of the three sophomores, he looks the youngest, but he's 6'11". He's the one that kind of you could say maybe looks a little bit. The other two guys look like they're about 22 years old.
Yeah, he may be the tallest, but he's also the lightest of those three sophomores.
That's right.
Little pressure by the Trojans. A little block right there by Ellis. Mayo saves it. Gay Guy. A little long. Howard with the rebound and puts it in.
Well, they're coming after him. They're not backing up. Ironton's going to come at you.
Roger Zorn's told us we have to be aggressive. We don't want to do too many things. We don't want to get too in a hurry, but we have to be aggressive. We have to attack the basket. But we're looking for a score somewhere in the 50s. Yeah. They cannot let North College Hill go nuts today.
Well, and they can't let them get offensive rebounds, and that's what they've been able to do. They've either been able to make the shot or get the defensive rebound and kept them from getting their fast break going.
Howard inside against Ellis. Blocked again. Third time's not the charm, but we have a whistle and a foul, and what's that going to be?
Well, he keeps going after him.
Yep. Looks like it's on Keenan Ellis. And it is. Boy, give Cliff Howard points for effort on that one, huh, Jim?
Yeah, he's still going right back at him, and that's what you got to do in these basketball games. You've got good talent like you have with the Trojans. They're going to be able to block some shots. They're going to get hands on the ball. They're going to get some steals, but you can't let that affect your game.
Ellis with 3 blocked shots.
That's his second foul right there, and I think that was probably one of their ideas early. Let's try to get the ball inside and see what we can do, see if we can get him a little bit of foul trouble.
If Cliff Howard is going to be that aggressive inside, means he's going to be going to the free throw line a lot today, and he better start hitting it. And he gets it right there.
And he's got a nice looking stroke.
Yeah,
right
how can a guy with that shot, Jay, hit only 47%?
That's a good question. Looks good to me.
Yeah,
Bends his knees and got nice backspin and
good follow through.
Confidence and repetition. Rebound
to Walker. 9-6 our score. First quarter of the Division III state championship game. O.J. Mayo to Walker. Little turnaround jump shot. Doesn't get it. Howard with the rebound. Ironton's goal. Limit the Trojans to just one shot, and they did it right there.
Well, and limit that transition game. They were able to get back and get their defense set, get set up in that zone.
Gay guy. Little runner. Drops it.
I like it. That's old school right there.
That is old school, isn't it?
I like it.
And these guards from Ironton are a very, very aggressive duo. Nice pass inside to Andre Evans.
He sees the floor so well. Great look-away pass right there for the easy basket.
Boy, O.J. does not have a body of a sophomore, does he?
No, he certainly doesn't. He, as you point out, he's a legitimate 6'4" and strong.
Gay guy called for traveling.
Now Gay Guy's hit some shots. He's trying to be aggressive, and they're really going to get out on him strong. May have to look to make a couple passes here, get back into the flow of the offense, maybe let them forget about you a little bit.
O.J. Mayo hasn't put up a shot yet. Made a few passes, though. That one goes to Evans. Andre Evans inside. Brigham Wagonger working against Mayo. And Brigham just moves out there, doesn't he? Blocked by Walker. Back to Howard. Ironton is scrappy out there, and a technical foul called early. That's on Bill Walker.
Well, I thought it looked like he did foul him. Had a nice block on the first time, then the turnover, and he came right back at him. Got to keep those emotions in check here.
It looks like if either team is going to get rattled today, it might be North College Hill. At least early on.
Well, Ironton's here to play. They're here to play and compete.
2 fouls on Bill Walker. 2 fouls on Keenan Ellis. Not exactly what the Trojans were looking for in the first 4.5 minutes of this game.
And now they're going to get 2 technical foul shots here.
Yep.
I like the way the big guy shoots, but I don't think I want him shooting the technicals. It looks good, but...
No, that's why Dennis Gay guy goes to the line now. He's hitting 73% from the free throw line. Same result. Have to hit those free throws. So far, it's not happening.
Yeah, they're down 5 right here. Need to stay in touch here early in the game.
2 of 6 from the free throw line for Ironton. Make it 3 of 7. 3:29 to go in the first quarter. North College Hill, the #1 team in the state, leading #2 Ironton 13-10.
This Ohio High School Athletic Association Boys Basketball Championship game is brought to you by Grange Insurance, your partner in protection, by the Ohio Education Association, great public schools for every child, by the Ohio Association of Public School Employees, and by STAND. Stand up, speak out against tobacco.
13-10 is our score, 3:29 to go in the first quarter. And the story so far, foul trouble for the North College Hill Trojans. Bill Walker, sophomore, Keenan Ellis, sophomore, both with 2 personals. And that's a 3-pointer for Joe Zorns. And we have a tie game.
Well, big possession right there. Get 2 free throws, get the ball out of bounds, and then hit a 3-pointer. 5-point play right there, 5-point possession.
Butler doesn't get it. Walker with a rebound, puts it in.
That's one of those offensive rebounds that you can't let happen. Sometimes in that zone, it's tough to rebound. They've done a good job thus far.
Waginger thought about it. Gives it to Gay Guy. Little trap by the Trojans there. Zorns is open. Puts it up. Joe Zorns playing with a chip fracture in his foot.
They pressure the ball so much right there that they sometimes leave guys open inside, and that's what happens. If you can get it up on the glass once in a while, you can get offensive rebound putbacks.
Cliff Howard put it up. He has 6 points, 6 rebounds, and we're tied at 15. O.J. Mayo had the shot, passes off. Goins doesn't get it, gets it the second time. Darian Goins inside, he's a 6'3 senior.
Well, Mayo still has not attempted a field goal here, almost 6 minutes into the first quarter.
That's nice, Jay, but don't you want him to start taking control at some point? And how's that for a deep 3? Wouldn't you want to get your star player into the flow of the offense? I know he's passing the ball.
Yeah.
I know he's looking for his teammates, but he's averaging 27 points a game.
Well, he's had some shots, but I think right now, and that's what their coach Mahaffey talked about, that he likes to start the game, get the other guys involved. But this game's still a pretty close game. At some point, he needs to start scoring the basketball.
Especially with his fellow sophomores with a couple of fouls each. Waginger cross court to Gay Guy. Dennis, little runner again.
When you can shoot the 3-pointer, they come out on you. Can you take that 1 or 2 dribbles and get in the lane? Obviously he can.
Ironton tied it up at 17. Mayo on 12 possessions hasn't tried a field goal yet. Bill Walker gets fouled. Brigham Waginger.
Well, when Ironton scores too, they can be able to get back and get their zone set. So then they force them to now come down and have to run their sets. That's exactly what they want to do.
1:34 to go. We're tied up at 17 in the Division III state championship game. Jamie Mahaffey in his 3rd year as head coach at North College Hill. Jamie, you might remember, played basketball at Miami and Oxford. How's this for learning how to coach a little bit? His senior year at Miami, on his coaching staff, Herb Sendek, Charlie Coles, Thad Mata, Sean Miller. Whether you're traveling from Columbus to Cleveland or Sandusky to Scioto County, you're only 10 minutes away from a complete statewide look at weather conditions. O&N's Weather on the 10s, forecasting you need when you need it. You can learn a little bit about coaching, Jay, when you have that type of talent on a coaching staff.
Yeah, those guys have all proven themselves, that's for sure, at the college level. I really think Ironton, too, has come out and taken some early blows and have a good strategy right here to keep themselves in this basketball game.
Nathaniel Glover now in the game for the Trojans. Mayo with his first shot, doesn't get it. Glover with a good rebound, loses it. Marcus Williams picks it up. Ironton with the ball and a chance to take the lead. Gay Guy coming off a nice game in the semifinals. 23 points, 1 rebound, 4 assists. Pass to Howard. Cliff Howard puts it up and in, and the Tigers are in the lead.
And again, they want to really come out and pressure the basketball. If you can penetrate past them, you can find some easy lanes and some easy baskets. Turnover.
Out of bounds. Damon Butler throws it away.
The Trojans right now are settling into just a basic man-to-man defense. And again, what they want to try to do is get into the passing lanes, really guard the basketball hard. Try to get the ball handler rattled a little bit. Thus far, they haven't been able to do it.
It's an 11-4 run for the Tigers of Ironton. Gay Guy working against Goins. Williams to Zorns. Joe, the coach's son, passes inside. Nice ball movement to Howard.
Great ball movement.
Cliff Howard has 10, and Ironton has a 4-point lead with time running out here in the first quarter.
This zone defense has kept the game under check. It's really not a high-scoring game as of yet, and they've been able to get the ball inside.
MAYO to Walker. Doesn't get it. And that's an encouraging first quarter for Ironton, no question about that. Last 2:15, no points for North Hill. It's 21-17 Ironton.
This Ohio High School Athletic Association basketball championship game is brought to you by Donato's Pizza. Try the new Donato's Smokehouse Barbecue Pizza. Order responsibly. Order Donato's. By Ohio Parents for a Drug-Free Youth. Parents who host lose the most. Don't be a party to teenage drinking. And by Marathon Oil. Want to save on gas? Start shopping and start saving when you use the Marathon Platinum MasterCard.
Second quarter underway at Value City Arena. O.J. MAYO with a second shot of the game and his first make, and that's 3.
Well, we talked about it off air. He's going to have to start looking for his offense, and there he goes right to start the second quarter.
Brent McBride in the game has it knocked away by MAYO. O.J. behind the back, down the floor, jump shot off the glass, gets it.
So easy.
Jay?
Just so easy.
You said he was going to start shooting. You're pretty good.
Well, he's obviously not related to me because I would have been shooting a long time ago, but he's got some maturity about him, and that's what he lets the game come to him and understands that he can get it about any time he wants to.
He also can pick up his first foul of the game right there. O.J. trying to knock the ball away from Brent McBride.
Well, the one thing Coach Zorn's told us, though, about his Ironton team is that we'll play anybody, anywhere, anytime, and we have confidence that we can do that, and they showed that in the first quarter.
Brigham Waginger out top, gives it to Gay Guy. Waginger just has energy to burn. Howard inside. There's your leading scorer in the game, everybody.
Yeah,
Cliff Howard with 12.
The Trojans they want to come over and block that shot so bad on that drive. They have to understand that the guy's making a great job of taking it to him and then dishing it off. So you can't always commit 100% on that drive, but nice job by Ironton again.
But how many times are you going to see that before you figure out how to defend it, Jay?
Well, we're going to see today because they continue to attack the basket, what you have to do, and then they settle back in that 2-3 zone and are able to rebound out of it.
Joe Zorn's back in the game. He had the rebound. Joe, I mentioned playing with a chipped bone off an old fracture. That happened in the district championship game. He hasn't really practiced since then. Misses that one. O.J. glides, pulls up for 3. Thank you. That is easy, isn't it?
That's really 8 points that quick.
Jamie Mahaffey has had college coaches tell him, hey, O.J. would start for me right now. Not a surprise. O.J. started varsity in Kentucky as a 7th and 8th grader. Then he moved to the Cincinnati area, and he's been a starter, obviously, for North College Hill the last 2 seasons. So this is his 4th year of high school varsity basketball. In Kentucky, you're allowed to play varsity ball in junior high. And he averaged 20 points a game as a 14-year-old. That's pretty serious.
Yeah, he's a terrific talent, and he's had 8 points here in the last minute and 35 seconds. You can see right here how under control he is. Reads the defense, sees that no one's on him, steps up and knocks it down.
Very deliberate right now for the Trojans. Damon Butler, the freshman at point guard. To Ellis, he loses it. Waginger gets it. Brigham puts it up and in.
Well, we talked about him in the opening of his quickness and his conditioning. He can just run all day, and there you see him going after the ball.
You were really impressed by him, Jay, in the semifinals.
I thought his conditioning and the way he got after the basketball was terrific.
Up and in for 3. Damon Butler hit it.
Some of those role players right there stepping up. They're going to be open.
Gay Guy with a deep one. Doesn't hit it. Waginger. Scrappy. Can't get it. Walker with a rebound, but a whistle and a foul, and that looks like it's going to be against Brigham Waginger.
Nice job right there again, trying to get the ball to the basket. Just tough luck on the shot and then a foul on the rebound.
It is on Waginger. That's his second.
Well, we've seen right here in the second quarter for North College how quick those 3-pointers can get you back in the game and even get you a lead.
Are you surprised at the tempo by the Trojans right now? Very deliberate. Walker can't hit it. Waginger picks up the rebound.
They've
Out
got
on
them
the
shooting the
break.
threes.